Hello again, this is the Professor. I was thinking the other day of playing a few old PlayStation 1 games and was reminded of the level of fandom that Final Fantasy VII has. Well, this really got me thinking. Is Final Fantasy VII really one of the best games, if not the best game on the PlayStation? Well, that has led me to make this two-part video. The top 10 PlayStation RPGs that are better than Final Fantasy VII. Now, for anyone who is wondering, yes, I'm still going to do my 3rd birthday review. So go ahead, prepare your pitchforks and torches for the impending riots and flaming trolls that will attack my opinions, and let's go ahead and get down to business. Number 10, Final Fantasy VIII. Now, I will have to remind you that the choices in my video are all based on my opinion alone, and my opinion is that this game is actually better. This starts kicking your butt from the very opening sequence all the way through the game and to the very end of the game itself. The graphics in Final Fantasy VIII truly showed the power that was contained in the PlayStation. While Final Fantasy VII and other games had amazing cinema graphics, this truly pushed the limits of all expectations and helped show us the style of in-game cinemas for the future. This game also innovated the series by focusing not only on the core storyline of saving the world from the psychopathic witch Ultimacia, but also showed they could have side stories within the game as well, by following the romance between Squall and Rinoa. Now, speaking of Rinoa, this is the very first time a Final Fantasy ever really had a character that looked Asian. Now, if that's not progress, I don't know what is. The biggest innovation for me, though, is the style they used for summons. No longer were summons just something that you waited on in battle, but creatures that had their own levels, health, and skills. This has added a whole new level and aspect to the Final Fantasy series. Also, they added the ability to use your skills and your magic to increase your stats and help with your attacks, which added a whole new level of micromanagement. On top of the great gameplay and graphics, Final Fantasy VIII was the best soundtrack out of the entire series by far. Using cinematics and well-written dialogue to weave the strong and twisting story, this is a gaming experience you would not want to miss. While a game that most Final Fantasy fans badmouth, it is easily my number 10 spot. Number 9. Legend of Legaia. Following the adventures of Vaughn, Gala, and the Wild Child Noah, Legend of Legaia, released in 1998, was truly an inspiring RPG. This followed the quest to restore the 10 Genesis trees to rid the world of a mist that caused the normally peaceful Seru to become deadly predators. And this was one of the very first classic RPGs on the PlayStation to leave the peaceful confines of normal battle. The ability to learn skills either came from reading different books or finding the right combination of high, low, left, and right attacks during battle to learn them. Afterwards, you would expend AP to use these same attacks. The ability to use magic within this game required you to fight up against the Seru and take their powers for your own, which in turn made every magical spell into its own special summon. Now, the ability for our heroes to be able to walk around in this world covered with this mist was given to them by the power of the Ra Seru, which are a version of the normal Seru that are not affected by the mist itself. They actually generate from the Genesis tree. With a very grand storyline and by opening the world to a more diverse fighting system within RPGs, this game was an easy choice for my number 9 spot. Number 8, Star Ocean, the second story. Being the first Star Ocean released in the US, and having a name like Second Story was somewhat confusing. But after the chronological fiasco that Final Fantasies 2 and 3 were, it was easily forgiven. The story follows Claude, an ensign in the Earth Federation in Rena, a country bumpkin from the planet Expel, as they investigate a meteorite called the Sorcery Globe. That ends up leading into a conflict with a group called the 10 Wise Men. The game finishes with a battle against the Wise Men and concludes with a post-story for the characters in the game. Star Ocean used a free roam battle system where you could fight within the confines of the specified battlefield, but you were able to move freely within those confines. Gaining skills actually required the player to earn battle points after each battle that they won, and then they would spend those battle points to purchase the skills before they could be used. With innovative gameplay aspects and a well-written and executed story, it is easy to see why the Star Ocean series is still going strong to this day, and landed in my number 8 spot. And it also shows that Enix did at one time make games of their own that were wildly successful. Number 7, Suikoden. Suikoden, released in 1996 by Konami, is one of the largest and most unexpected successes on the PSX. Sporting a total of 108 playable characters, and the ability to hold up to 6 in your party at any given moment opens the possibilities for countless combinations and strategies to use within battle. The story follows the son of Tio, a general for the Scarlet Moon Empire who has to flee his country and ends up joining up with the rebel force. The hero then leads the forces in a battle against the evil and corrupt empire that he once pledged his allegiance. Receiving raving reviews from critics and fans alike for its visual, soundtrack, and even its replayability, this game simply had to be placed in the number 7 spot. And now for number 6, Grandia. Created by Game Arts and released in 1999, Grandia is quite possibly the fastest-paced RPG series to ever be created. The game follows the adventures of Justin, an aspiring adventurer who, along with his friend Sue, the expert adventurer Fina, and beastman Gadwin, to find the edge of the earth and discover the secrets behind the Spirit Stone. Along the way, they run across soldiers from the Garlaw Forest and do battle many times while trying to discover the truth. In the end, Justin learns he must defeat the force known as Gaia, or the world will be destroyed. The most innovative and enjoyable aspect of Grandia is the battle system itself. Using an ATB bar, the battles are very fast-paced and intense. Not only must players concentrate on gaining experience points to raise their levels, but all the levels of their weapon skills as well to gain new skills and abilities that can turn the battle in their favor. A game that has yet to disappoint and has gone on to create multiple sequels, this is one game that I can pick up any day of the week and enjoy immensely. So those are my numbers 10 through 6 of my top 10 PlayStation RPGs that are better than Final Fantasy VII. Come back next time where I will be covering numbers 5 to 1. There might be some surprises and probably a lot more predictability on the way. This is the Professor saying, hate me if you will, but I am allowed an opinion as well.